This right here is one of my largest long-term dividend growth portfolios that is currently valued at around $492,000, more or less. Now this portfolio is made up of around 57 different holdings, and as of recently we just hit a brand new milestone of $25,450.02 of estimated annual income per year. Now at these levels, pretty much every $50 of extra estimated annual income that I receive, I consider it sort of a new level because I personally find it important to even celebrate the small wins. But in this video, we're going to go through every single stock and ETF in this portfolio, and I want to share with you exactly how much I earn in dividend income on a yearly basis from every single position. On top of that, I want to give you some of my thoughts on some of the positions and some of my plans for this portfolio moving forward. So if this interests you at all, make sure to please drop a like down below and subscribe for future content like this. So here we go, guys. If we sort the market value from top to bottom, meaning that my largest positions are going to be first and my smallest are going to be last as far as market value goes. We start off with 1,000 shares of Apple stock, valued at around $171,000 as of filming this video. Now I've held these shares of Apple for quite some time and I've talked about them in previous videos, and I am actually planning on selling my shares of Apple sometime soon here, because in short, I'm up a lot in the position and I also want to diversify a bit more, but also I want some more dividend income, to be honest. So taking the money from Apple and investing into something like SHD is definitely possibly on the horizon, but let me know in the comments what you think of that. Next, we have 900 shares of Realty income. Now across all my portfolios, I currently, as of filming this video, have around 2,600 shares of Realty income. More or less, I don't go and count them every single day, but something around there. And as far as where I'm at right now with Realty income, I'll probably dollar cost average a little bit more throughout some of my portfolios, but I'm pretty happy with the position right now. And even though Realty income is down quite a bit, I have been lucky enough to have been selling cover calls to capture a lot of the downside. So overall, when it comes to Realty income, I really can't complain. My next largest position, $38,000 worth, is going to be 1,114 shares of Devo. Now, Devo is an ETF that's starting to get a little bit more popular, and I've actually been seeing more investors talk about it more as of recently than ever. But Devo is one of my favorites. I've been holding on to it for quite some time. Honestly, it's a nicely diversified ETF that uses covered calls. Definitely look into Devo if you haven't. Now, for the first three largest holdings in my portfolio, on a yearly basis from Apple, Realty income, and Devo, I earn around $960, $27.64, and $19.07 per year. And that's estimated annual income. Of course, things can change if dividends get cut, raised, or anything of the sorts. Next, I have one of my other favorite positions, 680 shares of JEPI, the JP Morgan Premium Income ETF. I have $36,000 worth of JEPI. That pay me around $3,600 per year. Next, we have my 1,000 shares of Verizon. I wish I never bought a single share of Verizon, although I have been selling covered calls the entire way down. Yes, I am down on my Verizon shares around $15,000, but I've earned around $600 or $700 worth of dividends every single quarter for multiple years now. And on top of that, I've been selling covered calls, so I'm not down as much as I could be. So at least that's the case. Now, my Verizon shares in this portfolio pay me around $2,660 per year. Next, I have QYLD, around 980 shares. QYLD is a position I've been holding for years. I have not bought another share of QYLD in a while, but QYLD pays me around $2,000 per year in dividends. Next, we have one of my BlackRock funds, BST. This is a pretty decent BlackRock fund that has been paying a lot in dividends for years now to me. $1,536 per year is how much I get from BST. Next, we have Enterprise Products, ticker symbol EPD. This is one of my favorite oil stocks. EPD is a high yielder, but also considerably safe high yielder. EPD pays me around $1,112 per year in dividends. Next, we got JP Morgan, 100 shares I've been holding for years now, $420 from JP Morgan in dividends per year. Next, we have 302 shares of JEPQ, JEPI's brother. JEPQ is a relatively newer position in my portfolio. I think I bought my JEPQ maybe 6 months back, but $1,602 of dividends from JEPQ on a yearly basis. Next, we have another BlackRock fund, ticker symbol BDJ. BDJ, 1,745 shares, pay me around $1,100 per year. Then we have one of my favorite ETFs of all time, SHD, 172 shares of SHD in this portfolio. Across all portfolios as of right now, I think I have around 430 to 450 shares, and I will be adding a lot more, hopefully before the end of the year. The SHD shares in this portfolio pay me around $450 per year. Next, we have OHI. The 300 shares of OHI pay around $804 per year. We have XYLD. 194 shares of XYLD pay around $852 per year in dividends. Then we have NewSea, 246 shares of NewSea pay $383 per year. Then we have Altria, 114 shares of Altria paid $446 per year. Then we have another one of my favorites, National Retail, ticker symbol NNN. 107 shares pay around $241 per year in dividends. Then UPS, another position I've been holding on to for years, 24 shares pay $155 per year. PNW, 47 shares, $162 per year in dividends. Then we have ETJ. ETJ 419 shares, $281 per year in dividends. Then we have WP Carey. WP Carey is doing the whole office spinoff, so this is going to get cut sometime soon here. But right here, 48 shares of WP Carey pays as of right now $205 per year in dividends. Then we have MPW. This got cut as of recently. My 442 shares of MPW pay $265 per year in dividends. Then we have Vici, 77 shares, pay $127. Then we have 52 shares of Main Street Capital. Another one of my favorite monthly paying dividend stocks, pays $146 per year in dividends. Then VNQ, the Vanguard Real Estate ETF, 26 shares pays $81 per year in dividends. Extra Storage Space, 16 shares pays $39 per year in dividends. Then Simon Property Group, 15 shares pay $114. We got BUI, 81 shares that pay $111. We have UTG, which pays $132. We have WBA Walgreens, which pays $96. We have 59 shares of Kinder Morgan, pays $66. 42 shares of QQQX, pays $70.56. Then we have T-Row, 6 shares, pay $29. We have SPYI, one of my new favorites I've been keeping an eye on. SPYI pays $63 per year, more or less. Pembina, 17 shares, pays $33.43. Then we have AMLP, pays $38 per year. We have DLR, pays $19 per year for 4 shares. 22 shares of SDIV, $62 per year. We have Stag Industrial, a few shares, 8 shares. Stag pays $11.76. We have 18 shares of ABR, paying $31. We have some Tesla shares in this portfolio. 16 Tesla shares allegedly pay $117 per year in dividends. RYLD, 8 shares pay $17.60. We then, of course, have some APLY. 7 shares pay $11.91. RQI, 10 shares pay $9.50. We have Enbridge, 3 shares are paying $7.84. We then have PGX that pays $5.07. CEFD pays $11.50 per year in dividends. And then ADC, SPHD, AWP, TRP, SVOL, AMZY, ARCC, and CII all pay around a few dollars per year in dividends. So this right here is one of my largest long-term dividend growth portfolios made up of different stocks and ETFs that I've been sort of collecting for years now. Now, out of all these different holdings, you can sort of get an idea of where I'm kind of investing more and less into. And as time goes on and as I get a little bit older, I have been more and more interested in investing into some of the ETFs, like the SHD ETF, for example, or even things like Devo. But that being said, I'll always have other larger satellite positions like Realty Income, which I own a ton of. And with owning a ton of Realty Income, even though it is a single stock, by selling covered calls on it, I do limit some of the downside, but also have a limited upside potential. But for me being more of a risk-averse, more conservative, sort of scaredy cat investor, it works out pretty good for me. Now, the last thing I'll mention is that I am planning on moving a lot of things around in this portfolio come very soon here. So if you want to stay up to date with all that, make sure to please drop a like down below and subscribe to see my next moves, because I promise you some of these moves might be shocking. All in all, if you had to pick 1 or 2 positions out of my entire portfolio and you could only hold on to those 2 stocks or ETFs forever, which would they be and why? Comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to please drop a like down below and subscribe for more future content like this. Thanks as always for stopping by, and if you are interested in investing, make sure to check out these recent videos I posted right here.